So what up, you guys? It's me again. I just want to retell a story. God put it on my heart last night to redescribe a story that redescribe a dream that I had several months ago. That's called Killer Cliff Ignite. It's a type of energy drink. I drink an energy drink when I wake up to keep my body going for the day. Otherwise, it feels like really worn out and weak. So God put it on my heart to retell a dream that I had several months ago. I can't really remember what is going on in the dream. I can see it in my mind right now what happened in the dream. I don't know if it's scriptural or anything, but God put it on my heart, so I'm guessing some of it is. So, this dream takes place in a giant city with not millions, but hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of different buildings and different shapes and sizes of buildings, like New York City or something like that. But like it had a lot more buildings than New York City. It's like a humongous city filled with many cities or buildings. So and really tall ones too, like thousands of feet in the air. So here's the thing. Let me try to remember. I was a disembodied being. I was like a spirit or something like that in the dream, because I didn't have any hands or anything. I think I tried to look at my hands or something like that, but there's nothing there. I was just viewing. I was just like through my vision. And there was this guy there's this really beautiful figure riding a very beautiful snow white horse, whiter than any type of white that we've ever seen here on Earth. And the man riding it had white hair, a white beard, and white robes. Now at this time I knew it was Jesus Christ. And was riding a really pure, like more than the purest white you've ever seen, horse. In midair, he was floating over the cities. And I was actually riding on the back of the horse with him. And I was viewing what was happening. I didn't see him take up people like the rapture yet, but what I did see, however, was we were passing by, like there's these giant floating, there's this giant scroll. A scroll, like a scroll, a rolled up piece of paper that you open it like this and you read it. It's like that. There was one of those, and then there was this giant book. I mean, these things were like hundreds of feet tall, maybe thousands of feet tall. And then there's this gigantic hourglass as well, an hourglass that was thousands upon thousands of feet tall. And had sand, and the sand was pouring to the bottom. And the bottom was filling up fast. There wasn't that much space left. And I just knew for some reason that it wasn't physical time that the sand was filling up. It was spiritual time. Physical time feels a lot longer than spiritual time. So And I realized that that's the hourglass that will fill up when Jesus Christ returns. It will fill up, and then once it fills up, Jesus will return and rapture. The rapture will happen. And then after the rapture, sudden destruction is going to happen. But this was several months ago, you guys. I can't imagine what that hourglass is now. How full it is now. And this was not just a dream, because God is putting this on my heart. This wasn't a dream. This was like a dream to show that showed me what's going to happen in the near future. So you guys think your life is difficult, tough, stressful, heartache, horrible? Guess what? You're not going to be living here much longer. You're going to be raptured up. And it's a known fact that Christians actually suffer worse than atheists or unbelievers, because Satan can't have Christians with him in hell, so he attacks Christians even more. So, and there was also a giant floating book. There's this book that was floating. All this was thousands upon thousands of feet in the air, just floating upon thousands of feet in the air. And each one of these items, were thousands and thousands upon thousands of feet tall. Like the book was like a book that was like thousands and thousands of feet tall. The scroll, the hourglass. And the book, I can barely remember what it looked like, but it had gold edges on it. Like the corners of the book, the front and the back cover had gold edges on it. And I just knew it was the book of life. Jesus didn't open it, but he was just showing me what these things are. So an hourglass that determines the time until the rapture. The book of life. But what was the scroll? Can you guys tell me what that scroll that I saw was? Because it wasn't mentioned to me in the dream what that scroll was. I prayed to God after the dream, and I just had this knowledge that this, like, oh my goodness gracious, this was like I was riding on the back of Jesus's horse, with Jesus sitting in front of me, and we were passing by all these things like that hourglass, and so I don't know what that scroll meant. So if you guys can shed some light on what that scroll was for me, that would be cool. And then I woke up. So it was a really cool dream. And there is an hourglass in heaven. And once that, I've heard other people saying it before, that they saw an hourglass. And that hourglass, once it's filled up, once it's full, Jesus will come back for his bride, for his church, the rapture worthy, the Christians, the believers, the sons of God. So, I'm not the only one who saw an hourglass. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Again, what does that scroll indicate? Thank you very much, because I just remembered me having this video or this dream, and it's very important to share it again. So I need to know what that scroll was and meant, and why did I see the book of life, but why wasn't it opened? Why did God show me the book of life when he didn't even open the book? Does me seeing the book just represent Judgment Day is going to be here soon? And the hourglass, sure, I know what that already means without even saying anything. The time until Jesus Christ comes back. But what is that scroll, you guys? There's a scroll. The only thing I can think of is like the seventh seal. Once that seventh seal is fulfilled, then Jesus Christ will come back. That's it. the seventh seal. Once the seventh seal, the seventh seal prophecy, you see Jesus Christ has a scroll in the movies and stuff. He's opening the scroll and stuff. He's fulfilling prophecies. Once he fulfills that one, then the hourglass indicated that he will return, and that then after he takes us to heaven, then the sudden destruction, tribulation will happen, and after that happens, everybody will see if their name is written in the book of life. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, this testimony. I will let you go. Please let me know in the comments down below if I'm for sure about that scroll being the seventh seal, because I need to know for sure. Thank you.